The one who shows up for crisis, but disappears for ordinary. They're the first person you call when everything falls apart. They show up, fully, no questions asked. But ask them to just sit with you on a regular Tuesday, and suddenly they're hard to reach. They're not cold. They just only know how to connect when the stakes are high enough to justify it. Ordinary life doesn't give them that excuse, so they disappear into it. The intellectualizer. Ask them how they feel, and they'll tell you what they think. Every emotion gets turned into an analysis. Every vulnerable moment becomes a topic. They're not avoiding the feeling on purpose. They just built their whole life around their head because their head felt safer than everything else. Feelings require you to not know the answer. And not knowing the answer is the one thing they've never learned to sit with. The consistently almost person. They're almost there, almost open, almost ready. Every time you get close, something pulls them back. Not dramatically, just enough. Just enough distance to keep things from becoming real. They're not doing it intentionally, but somewhere they learned that real means losable, and losable is the one thing they can't afford. The one who was hurt before. They'll tell you early. I've been burned before. I don't trust easily. I'm not good at this. And they mean it, completely. But what they don't say is that the warning is also a wall. Something they built so they'd never have to take it down. The past didn't just hurt them. It gave them a reason to stay exactly where they are. The hot and cold one. Some days they're all the way in. Present, warm, like exactly who you hoped they were. Then gone. No explanation, no warning, just distance where the warmth was. And the cruelest part is that the warmth was real. That's what makes the cold so confusing. You're not imagining the good days, you're just not allowed to count on them. The self-sufficient avoidant. They don't need anyone. They'll tell you that and mean it. They've built a life that runs perfectly on one person. But underneath all that capability is someone who decided a long time ago that needing people was just a faster way to get let down. So they made themselves the only person they could count on and called it strength, because strength was easier to live with than the alternative. The one who expresses through action, not words. They show up, they fix things, they remember, they do everything except say the thing, and they think that should be enough, because for them, actions were always louder. But the people around them are standing in a room full of everything they've done, still wondering how they actually feel. You can't hold an action at 2 a.m. when you need to know you matter. The ghoster. Not just in relationships. In any moment that asks for more than they know how to give. The conversation gets real. They get busy. Something requires depth. They get distant. It's not malicious. It's just that depth feels like drowning to someone who only ever learned to float. So they disappear, not to hurt you, just to survive the feeling of being asked to go under. The deflector. Every serious moment becomes a joke. Every vulnerable thing you say gets met with something lighter, not because they don't care, but because the moment something gets real, they feel the walls close in. Humor is the exit they built into every room. So when things get heavy, they find it automatically, before they even decide to. Emotionally unavailable doesn't always mean they don't care. Sometimes it means they care so much it terrifies them. And they never learned what to do with that terror except build walls that look like independence, look like strength, look like being fine.